where you scream to watch that, watch this, and I'll dive down through this hairy flesh.
Here's a review of 20th Century Women.
Don't you need a man to raise a man?
No, I don't think so. I think you're what's gonna work for him.
You just feel guilty because it's just me and you.
You don't know what I'm feeling.
There have been countless coming-of-age comedy dramas about significant years in young men's lives. The year they got laid, the year their father died, the year they lost their innocence. But never have I seen a film about the year a 15-year-old became a feminist. Mike Mills' autobiographical 20th Century Women is just that, and it's wonderful. It's interesting to review 20th Century Women in the wake of Mia Hansen-Løve's Things to Come, which is also an autobiographical portrait of the filmmaker's mother. While a young woman, obviously Hansen-Løve's surrogate, only briefly appears in her film Things to Come, having very little impact on the story, in 20th Century Women, the protagonist is obviously the Mike Mills character, 15-year-old Jamie, Lucas Jade Zuman. So in Things to Come, Hansen-Løve shows you her mother. In 20th Century Women, Mike Mills shows you his mother's effect on him. But not just hers, most definitely not. Mike Mills grew up surrounded by women, and the fictionalized account he offers here makes them three. His/Jamie's mother Dorothea, Annette Bening, his best friend, 17-year-old Julie, Elle Fanning, and lodger Abby, Greta Gerwig. Dad's nowhere to be seen, but there's another lodger, William Billy Crudup, supplying at least a version of mature-ish masculinity. Incidentally, Mills' last film, Beginners, from 2010, was based on his father, who came out as a gay man in his mid-70s. It's 1979 in Santa Barbara, and Dorothea, a graphic artist, runs her large, rambling, constantly under renovation house like a very laid-back boarding house. Her boarders, William and Abby, are both essentially escaping their lives while trying to figure out new ones, while Julie escapes nightly from her own home into Jamie's bedroom to sleep with him platonically, which is more than a little confusing to his roiling hormones. Sensing the changes exploding within him, his mother enlists the aid of Abby and Julie in his emotional education. But Abby's determined feminism and Julie's own confusing pubescence aren't necessarily the life lessons Dorothea is hoping to offer. As a 55-year-old professional woman with a slightly bohemian lifestyle, Dorothea is a little too late for the revolution, but also an embodiment of its basic ideals. The film is punctuated with quotes from the feminist texts Jamie reads throughout the year, along with clips from the punk bands he is listening to, both thanks to Abby. This juxtaposition is original and thrilling. What an intense experience to be listening to the Raincoats while reading Our Bodies, Ourselves, while surrounded by three generations of women all trying to figure it out for themselves. Mills makes it personal, touching, and true. It all smells very real, very honest, very heartfelt. It's also really funny. I laughed out loud a lot at some of the best lines this year. The humour flows organically from the situation and from the truth of the characters. Nothing feels forced, no emotions are coerced, everything feels genuine, artistic, pure. And the performances are fantastic. Much has already been said about Benning's excellent, multifaceted portrayal. The film came out in the United States months ago now, but Gerwig and Fanning both give career bests. Zuman is always believable and crafty with a sly zinger, and Crudup's performance is, here's that horrible critic's word, revelatory. Humble, odd, sexual, yet disarmingly gentle, William is an enigmatic, extremely rich character, completely realised. It's a houseful ensemble of excellence in a thoroughly entertaining, sophisticated, beautifully crafted film. Highly, highly recommended.
So, sweetie, I don't know if we ever figure our lives out.
And the people who help you, they might not be who you thought or wanted. They might just be the people who show up.
That's 20th Century Women opening June 1st in Australia.
Watch that, watch this, and I'll die